switch things up.
I want to see what Dota2 buys on his PA. You know, is it going to be the Battle Fury that we've seen previously that's kind of scaling and more of a timing hit later on? Or does he go for something, you know, Dota2-y, a Deso Rush or whatnot?
I don't think there's a different style than a Battle Fury. You can switch up the like going for BKB, Manta, Deso, whatnot, but overall,
it's got to be Battle Fury.
The Battle Fury is the item.
Fair enough.
And again, very interesting on the side lanes. Nyx Assassin already starting with boots, feeling that he doesn't want to mess with this laning stage too much, you know, going around, like trying to fight honorably. He's gonna do the shenanigans, and that's how they won the TI. I'm not exactly this is how they won the TI, but it was one of their biggest strengths of that Tundra lineup, that they could pull out any duo off lane, any two heroes. They're good for the game. They could still make it work in the laning stage.
Just such a big brain like.
Yeah, like IQ lane, and we'll see if they can make the magic happen again.
Times 2, 200 IQ times 2.
The battle begins.
Or they want you each.
No, it's 200.
It's 400
IQ,
total.
No, it's 200 IQ average lane.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Celery out here with a Chen, Hellbear, a little potato alongside of him. I'm gonna be honest. Usually, I've seen the Satyr and the mana burn creep just goes around zapping people.
It's Satyr. So how mana burn works is that, like the second spell of Nyx, you can only kill the things that have mana. And Satyr does, and the yellow potato, tomato, he doesn't have mana, so he cannot get zapped.
Okay, that's really clever. That's so obvious.
That's the adaptation.
That's the lesson we learn. Mana bad when you're against the Nyx.
The more you know. And
oh, that's nice.
Hannes dragging the way.
Body block him.
And snare.
Nah. We got ransack level 1.
It's good enough to stop the wave pool and enable the small camp. So already a victory for Watson and Celery.
And up at top, Tofu has already begun, but Whitemon's actually got to pull across into the large camp. Somewhat, anyway. They've made a new 4th lane.
Bored of the position 4, just trying to screw up with this lane equilibrium.
Whitemon's taking a fair amount of damage up here, though. Needs the backup. Oh, Dota2 comes in and looks for first blood. Whitemon spills it. Yes, the wave is going to be dragged here by Ace.
This is a good opportunity.
Still level 1 on the Magnus and chased by Whitemon. And that's it, right? Dota2 coming to protect his position 5. He could have farmed and hit, you know, 2 more creeps, but instead he comes and kills.
It's quick math. Yeah, first blood is much more gold than 2 creeps. Yes, Warlock did the kill secure, but you know, overall, a really good trade. And we see 3-3. All 3 is basically solo, you know. All Saxa is doing the Nyx things.
Courier for Courier. Whitemon and Watson both losing theirs. Tofu and Saxa, yeah, the 2 sneaky devils. Being absolute nuisances. And Tofu trying to fight back in the small camp against Whitemon, who's got a little pull across. And it looks like finally Saxa down bottom has got the lane drag that he's been wanting for so long. So there should be a bit of calm in his lanes for the next 30 seconds or so.
Will be very disappointed to stumble up this big camp in his triangle and see there's no creep. Already doing what he can to stop this Nyx from farming.
And then how's that mid lane? Is this just going to be farm traded out? Do we see rotations into mid or out of mid?
I think it should be like 50-50 to 45 for Invoker. Because like once the poking starts with the mana drain and whatnot, like you cannot do much.
Sax is coming in behind them. Thinks about the stun. Lands it onto Watson. Level 3 Meepo's here, though. Pretty low on his main one, and there's not any regen remaining in this lane. Just going to send his little clone forward to do a bit of harassment. These
Then
axes
again-
stack up, though.
Gary, does Chen really counter Beast? There's no work.
Saxa? Oh, got him! And now maybe a second kill onto Celery? Yeah, Whitemon's here, you're right. He's being pummeled by a potato, but Whitemon and 3-3 chase Celery down for a couple of kills in that bottom lane.
This is a
One
good
up top, two down
opportunity to
bottom.
learn.
Great twin gate rotation. Gaimin Gladiators just being caught a little slow so far.
Under magic again. Lane. So it's not gonna go so well. It's going pretty well. And Duracha. Can he blink out? Yes.
Yeah.
Just on time.
That's good.
He'll be some pressure, some trade-off for gaming for this triple hero bottom.
Beastmaster now getting gone on by the Meepo. 3-3 with a TP. Oh, that's close and he's home. He's away back to Fountain.
Amazing.
That's painful for Gaimin Gladiators.
It's just you watch this and you're like, how does he do it again and again?
Blessed. I don't know, is he just blessed?
A lucky bastard.
At least Quinn is having a good time mid 22 and 12. Invoker's 19-4, paling in comparison to the deniers of Quinn. Yeah, now BZM's got himself the double Wraith Band. He's tankier, he's more annoying. Should be able to hit back into the monkey a bit. It's a rare game where we don't have a spirit or a tiny or something mid. So these runes haven't been actively guarded or hunted or sniped out by anybody. Neither of these players really, have bottles or care.
Yeah, exactly. When there's no balls in mid, the runes lose a lot of value. Still, the power runes are gonna be kind of important, but you kind of think twice before, like before it's like scripted to come to every power rune. But now, like without balls, you look more for something on the sides you can do.
Yeah, like Quinn has already moved down bottom, but
Snare
Watson
miss.
doesn't land the net. Will get the second one, rooting up the Nyx to get Quinn a kill. And Tofu gets the amplified damage rune up at top as well, so could sit around and maybe get a go on this BZM Invoker. And you'll see the rune's missing. I think he knows the bounty hunter's here. And Tofu's just going to back away.
It's really hard to pressure this Invoker as a bounty and monkey. But find something else to do. Only level, he's approaching level 3 on this bounty. A hero that really depends on this fast level 6.
And Quinn's moving again.
Thinking about it, but he's pretty slow. And Quinn, usually he makes rotation to Wisdom with this monkey, but now he's going Fog.
Straight on to Whitemon. And Warlock going to get skewered, but he's healthy enough without Shadow Word on him just to step back. It looked like 3-3 and BZM were looking to set up over a defense of their own Wisdom rune with an Observer Ward that scouted Watson coming, but Watson very wise. Didn't go looking for the Wisdom steal.
That ward doing a lot. Everything behind tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A pretty honourable laning stage. Everyone's getting away with the farm that they need. Invoker, maybe you'd argue, is behind where he wants to be, but he'll start catching up eventually. And PA, of course, being a Battle Fury hero, is very much get Battle Fury, then go farm.
And she's
So
pretty
fast to
happy
your second item.
with like just kind of a wash of a lane. Just having Battlefield, I think Tundra overall is a team that's like super satisfied with the quiet laning stage, because they are the team that plays best on timings. If they're allowed to get to that free loot. Exactly what's going to try to stop bottom.
Exactly, right? It's not going to be quiet for that much longer. You know, we've had a lull, a period of 2 minutes or so where things have calmed down a little bit, but now Chen has an army. Drums are nearly done. Meepo's diffusal blade is getting closer to completion.
Radiant's middle
And this
tower
Monkey
is
King
under
able
attack.
to traverse the map so quickly and jumping into action as speedily as he wants to. Quinn can just get there for a kill, then runs back to mid to farm. While this is all happening, Ace is still dragging waves and trying to farm the jungle camp at the same time.
Efficiency is King Garrett. Something that D3 does all the time. I feel like trying to farm both lane and jungle at the same time. I mean, Gaimin showing a lot of discipline bottom. You know, you get this gank, you get a kill, and then instead of like overextending, going for a tower and falling to the reaction of Tundra, you just kind of go back to farming.
This Dire Vision so far, though, has kept tabs on Gaimin Gladiators' moves for the most part. The
Radiant's middle
The
tower
wards around these twin gates helping out big time.
All is ready. Just to use.
I see the bounty hunter.
He does.
And they're onto Tofu now. A stun for the Nyx will catch him out. BZM was also looking on that left-hand side, throws the EMP tornado towards Ace. But a good skewer away. Gets Magnus the distance. So Agnum Scepter being built up by this Beastmaster.
Dire's middle tower is under
Less of the tower pressure, more of the team fight pick-off style. And comparing him with Ace, this Magnus also a bit of a shift up in item prioritization. No blink rush or anything like that. Magnus going scaling. Yasha first.
Kind of feeling the tempo of the game. That he doesn't need to do much in between two of the cores. Like he can just heal himself, and like it's almost a guaranteed Aghanim build from Beastmaster versus Chen. It's just you cannot top Helm or Helm 2.
Yeah. Not worth going for it. Just a waste of money. Cannot take it all.
Axa and Whitemon.
Some big fatal bonds on that creep wave and a couple of heroes. But a difficult approach there with Saxit and BZM kind of getting caught in vision.
Even if this tower be denied.
middle tower has fallen.
One of my favorite things in the game, fake pumping the chaotic offering. The base bellows and rocks. As up at top, the net from Meepo onto this PA. Beastmaster is coming. The roar after the RP saves Duraccio, pushes Meepo back. Now the cavalry's arrived with Saxa coming in. Ace will skewer away, maybe try and save Watson. This Meepo's being eyed up by the rest of Tundra. A TP home gets the real one out, and the second one will follow. Watson's away, but Tundra, great reaction to defend Duraccio and the tier 1.
Yeah, they lose the tower bottom. That's a trade-off for this Chen, but
Dire's middle tower
they
is
just
under
kind
attack.
of what will happen eventually with the Chen. He's gonna take some towers. Besides, the bottom is the first target, and you know, quick reaction from Tundra saves the life of the ratio. A really, really important one.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, on the tail of this already. Just a little bit of help.
Sunstrike's coming. And the PA as well. A little bit more damage. Duraccio gets a little bit closer to Battle Fury thanks to his team. So now, what, 400 gold, even less until Battle Fury's done. 12.5 minutes and the PA's kind of unlocked a new level of potential.
It's amazing. You know, all these kills adding up. A little kill on the top, now on 10. Oh, what is getting poked.
Golem dropped.
Ooh, rock drop.
Okay, but no follow through now.
Gonna be farming rock, you know.
The zoning golem.
It lasts for a long time. You get the farm to camps and waves.
Gaimin Gladiators deciding to go play back up top. There's still that tier 1 for them to take.
Trying to think what is like a little bit of a more of a go time for Gaimin Gladiators was
Radiant are scanning.
this PA will farm at tremendous speed and come to this, like, you know, this timings that
Radiant's
we
bottom
saw
tower
previously
is under
today and the
attack.
other qualifier, that it's just hard to deal with. Like, she just becomes a force, an unstoppable force, and
Yeah,
we'll take a top tower.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah, more money lining their pockets, and maybe a kill on 3-3 if they can get it. Quinn is over the top of him, pouncing forward, but 3-3 and Sax are able to hold the line, at least for now. Maybe Gaimin Gladiators' plan is just to go as late as possible, right? They want to scale, they want to delay things out. This tri-core they've got with Meepo, Magnus, Monkey King scales really nicely.
Yeah, well, it's against PA, but nonetheless, I think Monkey and Magnus, if empowered both, can get to the points. They can deal with this PA.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, I think so.
it's, you know, what worries me is it's not gonna be just PA. It's like Solar Crest, it's the Alacrities, and
Tofu. Hand of God heals him. He's tracking up the Nyx and the Beastmaster, allowing for Quinn to jump in. Thinking about the go there with the Wukong's command ready, but Gaimin Gladiators not going to pull the trigger. Just going to hold out this top jungle, play into their vision they've got so far, and utilize this Chen, right? Celery, that's why we've picked this hero. You kind of topple over the dominoes. Go up top, there's a tier 1, move to mid, finish off all these early objectives. Big strength of the Chen, just sending the army forward. But Warlock is here to answer. The Fatal Bonds, at least for now, delaying. Yeah, I think, Magnus going Yasha, now going back into Blink. Looking to synchronize a bit more with Meepo, Ags, Magnus, Blink, and then Monkey having a Gleipnir completed. So maybe pre-minute 20, minute 18, 19.
they wanna.
And then look.
They wanna.
Oh.
Sorry, for the thought.
Overlapping the Tornado and Golem there a bit. Ace stopped in his tracks, couldn't RP, trying to skew a low ground, but the Fatal Bonds are going. BZM's being tunnel visioned by Tofu, though. Invoker dead, traded out for 2 lives as Whitemon picks up a double kill thanks to Fatal Bonds. And now, on the left-hand side, Meepo clears out the Nyx Assassin while the Warlock eyed up by the Monkey King, but 3-3's here with a Roar. The Rajia also enter the fight towards the back, killing off Celery, but 3-3's Aghanim Scepter annihilates the Monkey King. And Tundra, inside this top jungle, they get a 4 for 2?
I thought this is the timing for Gaimin to like kind of try, as you said, and invade more, but they were just not synchronized. If Watson is a little bit late to this party, and the perfect go on Magnus means he doesn't get any RP off, no Watson there, no RP, the Tundra just cleans house. EA joins on the side, kills the champ for free. Overall, a huge step to the timing they want on the Tundra side. Now, without the rock, they might look for this rush.
Yeah, it felt like that wasn't meant to be a fight. It's almost as if Gaimin Gladiators wanted, a kill or 2 on heroes. That gets them to the next round of items. Then go for a fight next. RP out of the Boundless Strike mid, though. BZM all caught up in the stuns. Tornado and the Shadow Word is looking to make a slippery escape, but Gaimin Gladiators have the damage this time. Top lane, they're also looking for a go on 3-3. Watson's Meepo finally getting to show off this shiny new Aghanim Scepter. A Diffusal Blade, the damage. That net takes the Beastmaster out. So as quickly as that, Tundra go from winning a 4v2 or a fight 4-4-2 to losing 2 cores and now Roshan.
Yeah, Warlock cancels his TP. And just getting caught a little bit off guard. Can they make a kill of their own? Saksa is gonna find with Duracho. That's gonna be an easy cleanup. And did Duracho change his mind towards SNY, or he's still having a beekeeping career? Sure, probably.
He's got BKB on career.
Yeah. 70-30 BKB Hell Fury.
That's good, huh?
So it's gonna be late there, but yep. Aegis down. I think they're fine now that they use Invoker and Beastmaster, but you kinda okay after you got this Magnus and you only got to push out this mid and bottom lane. So overall still net worth is not changing. Only 1k advantage Gaming. Like Chen, Meepo, at this point you expect them to have 3 to 4, maybe even 5k advantage. Only being 1 is a little bit worrisome, but this is their timing. It's just about if they can get the initiation they want. Because if this PA gets to have a free fight, she's already ready, and we'll see.
Yeah, if she could wait and choose her target. Like now, they're going straight onto Tofu to get the numbers advantage. BZM might have just been sacrificed here on the right-hand side, while the Golem's dropped on the left. Quinn will get the Wukongs out. They lose Whitemon here as Ace pummels Saxa. 3-3 is going to come back in with a Roar and Duracho's held. They've got the damage to take down Ace's Magnus. Now Watson, Meepo, Mega Meepo mode, but he's being mauled by Duracho. The Aegis down, and now you're looking at what? Monkey and Chen to save the Meepo.
Alacrity?
Lightswall's going to slow him down. The Alacrity Phantom Assassins onto Quinn. A triple kill as he kills the Monkey King, and that meatball dropped on Watson's head. Tundra come out swinging, fighting into Gaimin Gladiators who had Aegis, and absolutely annihilate them.
I mean, this PA had a free fight. Nobody paid any attention to him. This Magnus needs to... He needs to save the RP. He needs to do something about this PA, because if she's not touched, she'll just go through everybody. This Aegis or not, whatnot, the supports don't do anything to her. Meepo and Monkey only combined with Magnus can do something, and that Nick's Sixth Sense, as our observers pointing out, just found a random bounty hunter on top of him. It's just a really nice mechanic for him. And look at the Duracho bring Yasha and Dust of Appearance, you know? Can we highlight that for all our carry players in our pub?
Forget the Yasha. Focus on the Dust of Appearance
on the
part.
Dust of the Appearance, you know? He wants to be ready to kill these sports.
Gaimin Gladiators. They're gonna find Whitemon up here, right?
Track kill. That's something. Very worth it.
But yeah, the fact that Ace didn't get an RP off there. We don't see the RP skewer Wukongs. Nothing to touch the PA. It all got messy very quickly. And that, like you were just saying, right? The Gaimin Gladiators, they were meant to have a lead already. This Aegis was then meant to give them a lead they were already meant to have. And they're having their Monkey King hunted by a PA and Nyx right now.
If they get stunned there, he gets obliterated. PA just destroyed.
Yeah. And now it is the Duracho show.
It's
mild
level
lead
8
for
in
Tundra,
PA,
but
at minute 20, you know, this is a performance. Like, this is a masterclass. 220 creeps, 703. Duracho is, you know, he's man possessed.
And now mid, Fatal Bonds, Cold Snap, and Upheaval with the Sunstrike on him. Quinn takes the full brunt of the Nyx damage to finish him off. As it's turned into a nightmare for Gaimin Gladiators now. Tundra, they sense blood in the water and they are hunting. Killing off dragons and couriers. Duracho, just whoever he sees, leaps upon them and slays them.
You know, I feel you. I feel you. Our viewers might be like, "Oh, it's only 1K difference," but you know, you cannot escape that it feels like a much bigger lead, and it shows kind of on the map. Yes, Monkey is dead, but game is just afraid to leave to farm. You know, they're very afraid. And Meepo?
The catch from 3-3. He's there with a roar and the golem dropped on his head. Tundra get another massive kill, but it's vital you point that out, though, right? The metrics say that it's very tight in terms of net worth. There are more kills for Tundra, yes, but we've got to look at this game as though it's like an Alchemist game, right? Meepo and Chen, high tempo, fast, map controlling heroes. Once you lose the map, you lose the gameplay you want to put forward. And now you're just being swarmed by a Nyx assassin who's looking at you. There's an Invoker hunting for you. Gaimin Gladiator is now bunkering down in the bottom jungle, afraid of what's coming around the corner.
What realistically they can do with this PA? You know, SMY, BKB, he has status resistance, damage to go for days. You kind of need to hope to burst her before she pops anything, but then there'll be like Solar Crest, there'll be Invoker spells, you know, there's gonna be a Roar. You know, there's a lot of stuff that can protect her or enable her to get off her spells. And it's gonna be too late, you know, you're gonna have to run. There's no running from this PA.
Yeah, so right now it's kind of weathering the storm. I mean, Gaimin Gladiators still have a lot of tools at their disposal for guarding and protecting their high ground, for fighting back. And this smoke Running straight in towards an Invoker and a Phantom Assassin. Ace on the sidelines gets a big RP. Wukong's command and the follow-through is here. They need the damage on Dyrachyo. BZM dropping low, but this PA just opens up. The Hand of God will try and heal them, but this Magnus stuck on the high ground. There's no escaping now. Maybe with Watson's help, they'll look at PA. There is no BKB, you're right. But the damage from Dyrachyo, and now with 3-3's arrival, they turn back on this Meepo, and Dyrachyo's still alive. The Gleipnir, the catch, Monkey King jumps in. Primal Spring is there, but the Dyrachyo PA has jumped to high ground. They've killed Watson, and now they got three down. Dyrachyo, what the fuck is this man doing? He's absolutely wilding on them.
Oh, this is so cold revenge game, and they just keep him. I mean, this is a masterclass. He did everything right. Quinn chokes a little bit with a missed stun, but Dyrachyo clicking all the buttons, even the BKB on top of RP just in time. It all kind of comes down together, allowing him to survive on literally 1 HP. And going beyond godlike on minute 24. Now shield rune. They're not done. Give me this tofu. I'm here. Beyond godlike. 10-0-6.
Mental performance out of Dyrachyo.
Yeah,
We've loved the resurgence of PA. Dyrachyo is showing exactly why.
Let me remind you, Garrett, this was a 14-15 PA. This is like, you know, this is a first...
For laymen like me, that's a second pick PA.
This is like, you know, first pick core. Yes, he sold the Magnus, but potentially it was a flex swapped somewhere. But maybe this is where the Dyrachyo experience in gaming comes, and he's like, I see Magnus, 100% the ace, give it to me, give me PA. I know he doesn't like this matchup, and he just straight up dominated Tofu. There used to be Tofu there.
Sunstrike's gonna help, or maybe not. Tofu sidesteps it. You cannot sidestep the crit. Dyrachyo makes short work of him, and now a Blink Roar. They found Ace. Oh, Ace shows himself. Dead for 45 with buyback, but now you're looking at this top lane of Barracks dying, and it seems like Quinn has no intention of coming back before he finishes BKB. So mid and top lane both shoved pretty hard into this Radiant base.
There's nothing you can do 3 versus 5. They're just gonna give up this rack, go and wait for the Magnus to respawn. They don't want to buy him back. They'll have another glyph, so there'll be potentially a fight on mid. I mean, they kind of have to defend it. It's just if Tundra wants to go back, but he has a Satanic, then a 26 on top of this BKB SMY. What's there to fear, Garrett?
20k net worth, minute 26.
Press,
almost 800
alacrity,
GPM.
drums, like 4 staff. Oi, oi.
Just add in, you know, Shadow Word, Upheaval, maybe. Watson, Ace comes in, saves him in the nick of time. Watson can now retreat. They've dropped the Golem and Upheaval to try and slow them down on the retreat as Watson, he's dropping lower here to Dyrachyo's approach, going straight in onto this Mega Meepo to nearly finish him off. The final dagger, 1940 crit, sends the Meepo back in time. And good game called. Gaimin Gladiators knows there's no chance remaining now. Meepo dead for a minute. Tundra take game 1. Dyrachyo, oh, he's got to feel good now.
I don't want to say it, but
Say it.
I'll put it nicely, Garrett. This was
It's a 3, so you know, Gaimin Gladiators 2 wins away. And there is a lower bracket waiting. Whoever does lose and drop down, good luck, have fun, says Dyrachyo. Game 2 kicks off. Some friendly all chat from ex-teammates. We get ourselves into game 2, all smoked up as Tundra already heading out across the map, while Gaimin Gladiators together as 5, holding their smoke for now. Might actually meet each other in this northern jungle, as the Terrorblade Watson is walked right into this disruption from Shadow Demon. Lifestealer up front, like to munch away at the TB, but this level 1 fight out of Gaimin Gladiators looks pretty strong as they chase Whitemon down. A first blood kill for Watson, and Dyrachyo on the run from this Doom and Maiden. Quinn's going to catch up to take him out as well.
dream start. A first blood for your carry, and then the secondary kill for your mid laner, and
seconds.
Then a
to
smoke, you know. They're not done.
And now they smoke, yeah. Sacks the Shadow Demon, playing under his own vision. He's placed on the high ground with 3-3 nearby. Gaimin Gladiators kind of shuffling around.
If you played pubs recently, this is like where all of your team double downs. This is how important the first few kills are on the rune. Literally, because before the horn, you have time to double down. If you get like a first blood plus 1 kill, like everybody instantly does it.
Oh, for sure. That's an incredible start. Celery has come over here to block up the ancient camp, met by 3-3 Beastmaster and sacks the Shadow Demon. Quick banish onto Tofu, but it's just going to be a bit of poking. It looks like Beastmaster should know. He was sticking around in that spot exactly to scout this out. Should know. And Saxon will deward. While Whitemon zones Ace's Doom all the way out of lane.
I mean, this is as big as a kill, literally. He's gonna miss a full first wave. At least.
Tofu's happy, though.
Easy.
Okay, maybe not happy, but he's going to get something. Let's take solo XP, couple of last hits. As long as he doesn't die. Frost Blast, no mangoes, no mana for Whitemon. I wouldn't have any follow through.
A lot of mana used up from this Whitemon lich.
Courier has 2 mangoes, good to see. BZM in his mid lane, Earthshaker versus Earth Spirit. Why is this favored for Earthshaker? Because it's melee versus melee, right? Usually that's boring.
I mean, you just Earthshaker abuse melee heroes in a way. Because you go this W and E build, so you just the harass eventually builds up, and then on level 6 you have a timing to kill.
Slugger everything.
Maybe that's like in an ordinary matchup against Queen. Maybe it will not be enough, because every time I watch a Queen play against like a good player like BZM, it's so intense. It's exactly like what's happening. Like, every CS is so contested. Every hit matters. You know, you mess up a little bit, you miss one harass moment, and you're done.
Quinn has a window here, though. 9 wand, spells off cooldown in a second. No bottle, no wand for BZM. So a roll into kick here with the 1 charges of Quinn. Never mind, the bottle is there. And BZM's going to be fine. A brief look at, what could have been such a tight mid lane, like a second different. That could be a kill. And then we see 3-3, why he's such a good player. Sends the board top, denies the top rune, and BZM gets the bottom one. Man, I wish we had Quinn's player cam now.
Must be fuming.
And then Beastmaster's going to stack camps at the board too.
Just cancel the mid rotate roll in mid. He was gonna go get thrown under the tower, but perfect timing on this chant token.
Back to the Shadow Demon. Getting walked down by the Metamorphosis. Does disrupt Watson. But Celery here, with a couple of stick charges. Trying to run the Shadow Demon down. Interesting, though, that Celery's kind of stuck now between SD Illusions and the Wild Axes. Not quite dead just yet.
It's gonna be easy suicide. Oh, he denied the ancients. I mean, he pre-blocked them, so he was like, ah.
And then bottom lane, Tofu nearly dropping to Dyrachyo as they run forward with its Lifestealer and Lich lane. But Ace actually gets to play back into the Lifestealer with a couple of hits. Everybody very low in these side lanes. It looks like the Crystal Maiden finally died. Well, he walked into tier 2 tower. Finally, he died.
Uncharacteristic miss from Deadshot on Tofu. That would definitely be a dead Dyrachyo. A lot of pressure on this Lifestealer bottom. Yes, he has much better CS. Very low. Again, 4 heroes mid in the corner room, and I played a ton of pubs with Quinn. And if he gets Water Rune denies, and then afterwards you don't help him secure, he's like, no, he's like, bro, what are you doing with your life? Help me. Like, how is this possible? You gotta make sure you secure those.
You gotta play the game. Gonna help you mid. Nice little bit of body blocking up top with this Terrorblade illusions. And net them a kill on Saxa. 3-3 had a wave in behind his tower there, so farming a little safer. On mid lane, every time we come back to this, it is a brawl. Earthshaker and Earth Spirit throwing spells at each other, throwing punches as well. So far, 25 and 6 versus 23 and 5. So pretty dead even between the two of them. Quinn and PC have another kick on the tower. Yeah, it just looks like trade a few hits. The Shadow Demon will get a bottle refill for that Earthshaker. Yeah, these slugger hits, they start to add up. Quinn taking a fair amount of damage just from a few last hits out of the Earthshaker. EZM? Still level 5. Maybe if he has Echo Slam there. That's the run under tower and play aggro.
Felt strong with Saxa being around. Oh, Valerie is gonna run.
This has completely left Terrorblade blood. 31-17, Watson having a free game. Goes having to fight for Doom and a Muad lane. Nowhere near as easy for the Lifestealer so far. Really fighting tooth and nail over last hits
Dire are
with
scanning.
Whitemon alongside of him. A lot of stacks on this left side of the map though. 6-minute rune is going to be a DD for the Quinn Earth Spirit.
Good as it gets. Well, let's see how he can put it to use. Only expecting there to be a lot of stacks. So, make a sneak peek on this top lane. I expect definitely Quinn and Gaimin to play through his top. Whenever you play against Beast, you don't want to allow him to rise up, and he's gonna find an insane amount of stacks. But first,
Radiant
he
are
wants the
scanning.
Beastmaster scan hits from Radiant.
Saxa knows they're coming, so he aggroes the creep camp. 3-3's moving across to where the Wisdom Rune is spawning soon, but he's annihilated by Quinn and Watson. Magnetize and Metamorphosis both used up here. And then very quickly shifting into a tier 1 push.
Quinn says,
Radiant structures are fortified.
Just look at the tower. BZM's Earthshaker is here.
Quinn canceled the TP because I was confused for a moment.
He doesn't have one.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's
Courier
turret
snipe.
has been killed.
BZM's going to walk past Quinn. So as we had these moves up top, I was kind of wondering there. Quinn.
Watch it, watch it. Hold.
Oh, right,
hold,
of course.
Hold.
Oh. All of the neutral tokens as well.
That was oddly satisfying.
Deep start of Earthshaker. Ace out of bottom lane. He's got a bit of speed. Gets back twice tier 1, and now the turn with Maiden and Muerta onto this Lifestealer. Ratio still level 4. Dead to the rotations of Gaimin Gladiators who protect their Doom and now look for a roll back in onto the ledge. Quinn is there to gap close Whitemon and get a killing spree.
To learn.
Gaimin Gladiators not messing around now. 7-1. Good early lead out of the laning stage for them.
Yeah, and that's with all the stacks farmed by the Shaker, you know.
Under attack.
You got big amount of gold from these stacks, and the game is still 2k in favor of Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, not a free game for Duratio whatsoever. Yeah, I was kind of curious. So with that rotation top, Quinn was level 6.5 and BZM was like struggling to hit level 6. Quinn got a pretty like decent upper hand out of the laning stage against an Earthshaker. You keep saying it, it's just like Quinn things, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't necessarily pay all attention what the difference in the XP is, but I thought I think there's
Pushes onto 2 of them. Allows Duratio to get towards Celery. Might be able to catch up to Tofu as well with the Lich chasing forward. Duratio might find himself in danger
Level
now.
5.
Went a little too far. Level 5 Lifestealer. Magnetized but saved by the Shadow Demon, at least for now. They need level 6 on this Duratio Lifestealer. ASAP.
polar opposite, like kind of gameplay from the game 1 where he dominated our lowest network core, struggling to hit level 6 and mid 10. Blink Dagger on the courier or Earthshaker instantly smoked. Gonna make the rotation bottom. Was not spotted, but with the mid wave hitting the tower, be more than obvious. Let's see if Ace. Kind of baiting, you know, the behind Earth Spirit and Muerta smoke, but first, Ace is gonna probably die. Can they turn this around?
I'm thinking about it. They brought numbers down here with the smoke, but Tundra kind of showed their hand, right? Everyone down here, very spooky prospect to go head on and clash 5v5. But when Tundra leave their lifestealer isolated like this, Doracio's trying to drag a wave to relative safety a little deeper on his side of the map. He's probably successful in doing so, while the rest of the squad have swung into mid onto Quinn. A roll blocked by Saxa. 3-3 couldn't quite get there with the roar, and Watson's arrival now, with Metamorphosis used, wanting to turn this around and maybe push into this tier 1 mid.
5 heroes, 5 their heroes around. They wanna make this a fight.
Yeah, there's a quick snipe on Whitemon from Quinn. The fact there's no Demonic Purge, no Echo Slam, makes it quite difficult here for Tundra to approach. So it's down to 3-3 just to spam axes and maybe hold them back.
Yeah, probably Quinn saying, like, roaring on the microphone, they have no Echo Slam. They cannot fight us back. Let's just take advantage of it. See how far they want to dive in. Quinn?
Pretty far. There's the roar. Defensive one from 3-3 to hold them back. Lich arriving with a Frost Blast, but a poking out the Shadow Demon. A level 5 on these Radiant support posts with no big ultis. Relying on BZM to make that jump. They get a kill on Celery. They've lost their tier 1. That's as good a trade as you're going to get as Tundra in that situation.
Both teams kind of okay with it. You know, one team gets a tower, one team gets at least 1 kill. So I think maybe a Tundra a little bit happier about it because of how far behind they were. Overall, this bottom move, they were just surprised for a 9-minute dagger on the Shaker. You know, they knew the stacks were there, but maybe they expected Beastmaster to farm it or whatnot. But you know, the 9-20 blink on Shaker, it's not something you see every day.
That's a real surprise. 3-3 still trying to finish off his Aghanim step, and needs a little bit of time stacking and farming Angels on the left side. The rest of Tundra is down to them to kind of pull the strings on the rest of this map. EZM getting caught out here. Infrost from the high ground, unfortunate bounces back up to the creep camp. Ace steps forward, looks at BZM with an attempted roll. Quinn says no, we're not going to go that far in, even with the Doom expended. Saxa from the right-hand side is going to come in and slow the approach. Might be dying for it. Rolled upon by Quinn, and the Magnetize is in. Now we turn this into a proper fight with Doraccio munching on this Earth Spirit with a roar there as well. Doraccio with the safe Saxa though. Gets in, infests him. BZM comes out with a double kill. Backstabs the rest of Gaimin Gladiators. And Doraccio spent half of that fight running to Saxa to heal him with infest.
I could hear him saying, bro.
I heal you.
I save you.
What a gamer.
Eventually Doom expires and BZM comes back. I was so unsure of this goal by Gaming. I think they were too, because I tried saying all the time Shaker was holding this Illu Rune, so he can dispel the Frostbite, he can dispel Dance of the Dead, he can dispel Magnetize. And so Doraccio gets jump mid. Level 2 rage, that's not a big duration, but still gets away. So this Illu Rune just didn't allow for Quinn to commit on the Shaker, and the result was he ends up living through the Doom, comes back, and a triple kill for Tundra.
I didn't even notice that illusion rune. It's good that you point that out. I was kind of wondering if they threw the Doom on him. I was like, why is that going? What's happening there? Held back a little bit. Gaimin Gladiators sweeping from bottom up towards mid. Quinn seems pretty hungry to just stay involved. Any fights, any picks he can find. Always looking for them across the river.
Finally room for Quinn. I feel like after the 6-minute 80, this is the first rune. Like almost 8 minutes after first rune he picks up. Like a much needed thing for Earth Spirit to snowball to the mid game. I think I want to point out how the Dyrachyo game 1 performance kind of overtaken by BZM this game. You know, 8k net worth, I mean 14, 501, 110 CS. He's almost like having a flawless game so far. You know, he's taking up this role of a dominant force. Carrying team.
This is the kind of thing you need when you're against the Watson Terrorblade, right? This guy, the big farmer on the other side of the map, has been involved in a couple of these early fights, but relatively quietly farming away at Ancients, closing it on 10k net worth, nearly at Manta style now. We're going to have a really big clash of timings here. Radiance is about a grand away for Dyrachyo, so a couple of minutes of farming, he'll have that. We've got to go on Saxo down bottom with a Doom out of Ace. So a quick and easy 1-over on the Shadow Demon. Get a bit of extra pocket money in the Doom's purse there. But yeah, we've got Ags on Beastmaster. Maybe a blink on him, but definitely Ags Beastmaster, Radiance Lifestealer, and this Earthshaker with his own Aghanim Scepter. Going to be a massive period for Tundra.
He's gonna look, but hold it. Shaker gets up. No Luru now, but Dyrachyo is around.
The Radiant to Infest. Oh, the Radiant to run at Quinn. Not hitting him. Get the damage, and then invest into Whitemon to run away. Chain Frost could still, now it's expired, could still have continued bouncing. Gaimin Gladiators realize, you know, they've poked at Earthshaker, they forced them to reset. Now Tundra will be the ones looking for that retribution and the answer. The Sinister Gaze, Freezing Field, creating spells from high ground to low ground. They're going to run back across towards BZM while 3-3 bangs his drum. Gaimin Gladiators wisely step back.
A little bit of a spells exchange. Neither team willing to commit. Especially without Doom. Gaimin Gladiators don't really want to take the massive fight. As
Feels
you
like it's
pointed
pretty
out,
massively about Watson's TB right now.
yeah, double Ags plus the Radiance should be a split of a map where maybe Tundra wants to go to the top and take this tower and control the rush area, but he's throwing around this bottom. We see this purple drawing from Whitemon. He says either they have vision here or we should get them out of here. Doom is still on cooldown. And these teams, like, you know, the top tier teams, a lot of them take right cooldowns now, so know exactly how much is left to play against.
Yeah, thank you, Eternal Envy.
Yeah, shut out.
Oh, first, one of the greatest to ever do it. Tofu. Muerta down here with Ace's Doom nearby, but that's just going to be bye-bye to the Muerta. Radiance up for Dyrachyo, going to burn her down.
And that facet will create illusion of
Yeah.
not a facet we often see on Shadow Demon, but against TB, Muerta, maybe it's time to take.
That's pretty nice. Yeah, even though this Radiance was kind of, you know, a couple of minutes delayed from a carry lifestealer, Dyrachyo now synchronizing with the rest of his team. I start feeling comfortable as Tundra to go out and make moves, because Terrorblade has been the big bad on this map. Whenever he's ready with Metamorphosis, it's kind of scary approaching dark areas on the map to pressure objectives. So it's good to see now, you know, once they have this item timing, Saxa is already warding up top, getting ready for a tier 1 push, and invading that northern jungle where Celery is currently sitting. The poor little Crystal Maiden, not fast enough to escape the clutches of BZM and Dyrachyo here. Rage out the Frostbite. Terrorblade has arrived. Metamorphosis from Watson. Gaimin Gladiators desperately charging forward, wanting to turn that into a fight. That's it. They've got to bail away now.
It's a huge commitment. Meta popped and nothing gained. I mean, I was about to praise how farm this EB is, but you don't put a use to meta. It doesn't matter how many creeps you got. And he's gonna try to do exactly that. That was spotted on this ward. He will be in time. It's about Tundra. How will they respond? Meta is still going on for some time.
Not long though, like 5 or 6 seconds more. Roshan, what is he? 20% HP. Kane Frost, Quinn, Roche, Ace moves in. Aegis grabbed up by Quinn and they kill off EZM. My God, Gaimin Gladiators, the balls on these boys to get into the pit. Take the Aegis and now turn back again. EP out from Duraccio. Is that going to work? He gets a kill on Celery. Aegis claimed up. Duraccio's out of there, but they still get the kill on him. Ace picks up a double.
A disaster. I mean, they used a lot of resources on this rush. They're gonna lose all 5. I mean, Quinn jumps in with a shield rune. Shaker is already half HP. They did everything they could to stop this Quinn from stealing the Aegis, but he's just too fast. And then TB, you said he didn't have meta, but he had a completely free reign of a fight. You know, Quinn took all attention to the Aegis, did everything correctly. And he just does complete disaster for Tundra.
They thought they had a freebie. They thought they had free Roshan. Gaimin Gladiators just come in and sweep them off their feet. Anyway, if EZM doesn't get use Blink Echo Slam, you know, well, it looks pretty rough. Chain Frost was good. Sanctus saves were good. Gaimin Gladiators, this raw aggression.
Calculations were just off. You know, they sold in smoke and the calculations that they can finish it up in time. It was just way too fast. But the game moves on. They kill the shard, the Tormentor, get the shard for the Lich, who now becomes, as you like to say, and I like to hear, a Frost Assassin. See how much he can do.
Hey, you started it. I copied. Duraccio. Motivators from Tofu. Silence. Couldn't infest straight away, but it looks like he's okay being bodyguarded here by Whitemon. Nearly blowing up Tofu with a Frost Blast. But jumped on by Quinn inevitably. This Earth Spirit comes in to take him out. No infest in time from Duraccio. Gaimin Gladiators with a jump in to kill the Lich, and then again just backing away. No free space for Tundra. 3-3 is trying to farm down in that bottom jungle. Immediately run at by a Terrorblade. This is where it seems like Tundra kind of want to slow things down, retake control of the map, where Gaimin Gladiators are still smoking, looking for core kills. They might just have one on BZM. Again, this Rod of Atos card into the calling. A missed roll from Quinn, uncharacteristic, but they've still got the catch onto this Earthshaker now. A Fisher, only delaying his death. Just how quickly they move from like a kill mid into pressuring bot Beastmaster, and then all 5 are top.
Well, the SD is gonna tank the gang there, but as soon as he starts taking the Lotuses, it can be heard. So they immediately switch their attention to this Lotus pool and find it. Possibly the biggest pickup they can. Earthshaker too. The game has slowed down. You know, we praised him how he had almost a flawless game after these 2 deaths. He's the same net worth as Quinn. I'm bored of his course. I'm thinking
Gaimin Gladiators back to doing what they do best. Group up as 5, push towers.
what is timing for Tundra? And this is the answer, you know. Let this tower go, you pop the glyph, so it's gonna refresh anyway. Meta, as it will be expiring, you try to attack. And where you need to kind of make a read where gaming will be.
Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
Opt to do so.
And of course, the first move in Dota is pushing the lanes, right? You see your enemies all pushing 1, so you get to control 2. That gives Tundra a bit more map space, like that. The top left quarter of the map now kind of belongs to them around this high ground bit of vision they've got. Duraccio can connect from his own Ancients, if need be. It looks like for now, Gaimin Gladiators sat pretty comfortably in that bottom jungle around 2 observer wards. Plenty of farm for Watson to kind of farm backwards into his own Ancients. And no rush from Gaimin, as Duraccio makes his presence known in that mid lane. 3-3 trying to drag and cut waves with a boar as well. Yeah, very, very much push waves and escape the game plan for Tundra. You're just seeing the move from 3-3 and BZM. They show on a wave, they clear it instantly, they blink away into the fog. farm some jungle, then they go back again, clear another wave, back into the fog.
You want to get to these two BKBs,
Dire's top
BZM
tower
and
is
3-3.
under
Like, it's much needed tool.
is under attack.
And I get quicker to that with this easy pick off. One away on top.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Token was spotted a mile away.
A lot of, you know, TB hits for a decent amount, and there's a Bull 4 on Doom, but a lot of magic damage in this gaming squad. So if Tundra wants to take a 5v5, meta or not, that's what I feel like why they didn't go for this big move and meta was off cooldown. On cooldown, it's just anyway the magic damage is too much. Waiting for this big hit beast plus the rage, and then they're gonna try to take a big 5v5.
Yeah, and we're in kind of... Lifestealer has these weird spikes and weird periods where he feels like a creep again, right? Like, waiting for Relic, waiting for Radiance, and then has Radiance. Weak into strong. Now, kind of waiting for Basher. I'm not saying he's weak, but he's definitely looking for that next spike, and then Aghanims after that is the next natural progression as well. This is where, you know, Lifestealer, even with a Sanjin Yasha, facing off against the Terrorblade, it's not the easiest way to approach head-on fights. He's hiding in 3-3 currently. Gonna jump out and try and snipe the Doom. Avoid the Terrorblade, get pickoffs like that instead. And maybe another one, the +1, Celery, offers himself to Tundra here. Looks like the Maiden, funnily enough, is tanky enough to get away from the Lifestealer.
Discipline from Durashu. Doesn't wanna overcommit, but now we'll find Tofu instead.
G-Ward, dead shot, the runaway, but the stuns from the Earthshaker come into play. Tofu all caught up, stuck in the mud, but look at Quinn and Watson. They've come in from the right side. Destroyed BZM, Earthshaker down, Tofu's still up and running. They've rolled onto this 3-3 Beastmaster while Watson able to hold his ground and reign supreme with the damage output he brings. Duracho's gonna have to turn and run while they'll lose their 3-3 Beastmaster. Duracho does pick up a couple of support kills. Whitemon with a Glimmer TP, there's the roll. Cancelled by Quinn. Look at that projectiles from this Terrorblade. Duracho, he's walked into this. Disrupted, at least for now, buys him a little bit of time. Demonic Purge, Duracho gonna rage and run. Another roll from Quinn though, and this Lifestealer, that tip from Quinn says it all.
Quinn sat on that for a little bit, you know. He got tipped 15 minutes ago or so, and now he gets his time. And I feel like Tundra, as I was praising the discipline, they commit to this gaming Muerta on Tofu, and he comes in on top of the hill ward and just kind of reigns supreme, you know. So much physical damage. I got caught off guard, like how much damage he did in the fight. Like 7,000 damage with this Orchid Manta Dragonlance. I didn't see that coming.
It was tremendous. Like Earthshaker, Beastmaster, you know, kind of tanky-ish heroes, but pretty tanky heroes.
Like,
Yeah.
Quinn rolled and missed on BZM, and he insta-TP'd, and he died in a second and a half, I felt like.
Yeah, from 100 to 0.
Yeah, that's
Gone.
like 2600 HP gone in 2 seconds.
I guess this comes from not having Crimson, Mech, Hype, etc. You've got a Crest on Lich and a Glimmer Cape on Shadow Demon as your two support items, really. But there's no auras here, right? There's no Helm or Pipe on Beastmaster, nothing really to buff people up. This is now all about, I mean, you've been saying it, BKB timings, they're here. This is what's going to have to change the pace for Tundra. Lich. Again, the battle over this ward has been an important one. So important, Quinn says, screw it, I am BKB magnetizing this Lich.
Used a little bit there, both BKB and AD Rune. Really making sure that Lich dies. He thought maybe more will come. Because it kind of feels weird that a support runs solo this hill and just making like, kind of logical assumptions. And you know, these BKBs were huge, as I said so, but 3-3 also tried to BKB TP out of that last fight, and he couldn't, you know. So yes, BKBs are here, but they're gonna need to find a way to deal with this Watson TV.
Yeah, then I come back to the lifestealer, right? It's got to be this Aghanims lifestealer. So now you're in this waiting game for Dyrachyo again, which has been one of the downsides of the lifestealer as a hero. You kind of got this ebb and flow of feeling strong then feeling weak, waiting for this next item to come. If you're not V-Tune in the Eastern European qualifiers, stomping on people, it can be a little bit slower against the team of Gaimin Gladiators caliber. And Dyrachyo, though, he's kind of caught up. There was a point at which this Terrorblade was a good 5-6k net worth ahead of anybody else. Now it's 3.5, 4k.
Still basically an item ahead. US next for Beastmaster. Blink Dagger will be there for Saxa. I'm just looking what Tundra can bring to.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
How dead is 3-3 right now? Dodges. He BKBs. He roars. And he TPs.
Dire's bottom
Not
tower is under attack.
Correct.
big reaction there. Auto space, much needed space, and dying more. Dyrachyo, but
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
he's off.
Whitemon.
Seeing this Neta TP, I wanna say you can take Nightfall out of Tundra, but you cannot take Nightfall out.
The Nightfall out Tundra.
I horribly messed it up, but you know what I mean.
No, I think you said it correctly. I think that's the funny way to say it. A Tormentor, at least Tundra now. It's one of those games, though, man, where it's like 3k lead, 14 to 21. Who cares? Numbers don't freaking matter. This has been Watson showing how good Terrorblade can be, showing how he can control the map. The rest of the team playing very well aggressively to give him a lot of this breathing room and space. Like Tundra right now, they have to deal with TB Illusion bottom, mid lane shoved in, top lane, the real TB hero is up there. And having Aegis for another 3 minutes means Watson has all the freedom in the world to do what he wants. I've got to look for kills. Like 3-3 again, down bottom outer ring of jungle camps on the map. He goes for the TP again and is successful one more time. Risky business.
Somewhere there, Nightfall is smiling. Exactly like I told you to do so.
It's like the Shifu from Kung Fu Panda or something, the little rat creature looking down from the heaven like, I taught you well, young child. The BKB TP will be with you forever.
It's good to keep an eye on this Shadow Demon, Shadow Demon versus DB. Stronger DB gets, the stronger Illusion get. And if he can get in a position, a fight where he can disrupt and illusions are not taken care of, do a lot of damage.
Gaimin kind of aiming for this tier 2 mid by pushing bot and playing into bottom jungle. Tundra is going to keep fishing, blocking, clearing waves and poking, making sure it doesn't happen too smoothly. You talked about it earlier on, the kind of Tundra style of playing, whether it was the old roster or this one. 3-3 always brings some kind of magic when it comes to controlling the map, pushing out waves, playing in behind the enemy lines. He's getting farm, which you ordinarily wouldn't have access to. That creates a bit of a pocket here for the rest of his team to feel a little safer. And top lane's not shoved in. They've just got to deal with mid and bot.
1 minute left on this Aegis. Feels like they want to just wait it out and then make a move of their own.
And just delay tactics, right? Cast all your spells, disrupt this Terrorblade, create some illusions. Top lanes pushed all the way to tier 2, which Gaimin Gladiators have to come back and defend top and deal with the wave incoming bottom. Very patient from Tundra.
Age is expiring. Doom deeping top on their vision, moving through their up. Right signal.
This is a good opportunity to learn.
Muerta was there. Earth Spirit was near, but yeah.
I mean, Bloodthorn. If you don't have a way to dispel it against this TV, you're just cooked. And he doesn't like look at it. 1600 damage, 1500, but you know he's relying on this Saxa Shadow Demon to save him, to purge him off. Without him around, save him.
Now, the switch has been flicked by Gaimin Gladiators, right? Lifesteal is dead for 40. A, can we force a buyback? Or B, can we just go and kill tier 2s and push high ground? Tundra gonna smoke, though.
Doom. I get a wisdom. In 30 seconds only. So if they can wait it out without losing anyone else, they will have opportunity to fight without meta.
They've got so many, like, toxic defense spells. Fissure, Axes, Disruption, the Frost Shield. Like, defending towers and pushing waves is kind of trivial for Tundra.
You're ready. 4 seconds is lifesteal. They find an opening on their vision. They saw a Doom for a second. They wanna go on him. Who's gonna start the things off?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nobody.
Radiant are scanning.
A little bit decisive, you know. Hang around this big ward. Does he wanna go for a solo play?
On the Lifestealer?
Radiant's top tower is
Yeah,
under
it's kind of
attack.
eyeing him. But I don't think he can. It's just gonna be rage TP out, right?
Mm. And maybe if they had, like, I don't know, boots of travel on.
If Quinn is here, he's using the gates. If Roger shows one more time, he can silence him during a roll. Scary, but whole Trundle lineup is also coming.
They were pinging this out. 3-3 and Whitemon were pinging this out. I think they know that Quinn is down here, or at least they know that they can go on Ace. The Doom is completely caught out of place. Quinn, he's going to have to roll away now as Tundra bring the numbers and they bring the pain down onto this Doom.
Radiant are scanning.
70 seconds without Ace now. A massive window for Tundra to go reclaim the map. Look at them TP top. Immediately trying to snap into action, but Watson is long gone.
There's like 2 wards on the stairs and above the tower, spotting all this rotation. So Gaimin should not be caught off guard. Can they catch this Durachi off guard? Bloodthorn?
Oh my god, he didn't expect this, did he? Quinn and Watson again, right on Duracio's head. The rest of Tundra miles away. A carry out in the open, and now the charge forward from Gaimin Gladiators, trying to catch with a roll right onto the lip. Easy picking.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Without Duracho, the damage is really lacking on Tundra's side. And he had like full team behind, and like this is the thing in Dota, well, like options there, but blink out. When your whole team is missing, like you kind of play off assumption that enemy assumes they're next to you because you all didn't show on the map. You showed recently behind you, but with these 2 wards that we pointed out on the stairs above tower, they saw exactly where everybody was, and they just, you know, they called bluff. Like, you know, nobody's protecting this Duracio lifestealer, and he was bluffing it. A really big kickoff for them.
But it's kind of the classic Duracio bluff, right? And he usually sells it. If there's anyone who knows when you're bluffing, it's your former teammates. Wards or not. Still a very bold move to make. Kind of 2v5 under the noses of Tundra. Now what, we're a minute and a half away from Roshan spawn. Earth Spirit does get caught here with Refresher. Double Raw from 3-3. Jam on the floor as well. Nice catch. First Maiden going to be the carry on top. A bonus kill for 3-3 as they strike back. You know, moments away from Roshan respawning. Big moment, and still some back and forth left in this game. Next stage is probably going to be pretty big here.
I mean, 3-3 magic. You know, you mentioned it, and he's showing, you know, a refresher. This, I don't want to say this early, but on a really good timing, and surprises Quinn. will be a big pickoff, but even bigger pickoff is this Gem of True Sight, which now will allow them to control the map. And this is gonna be very... What is it? 10 seconds before Rosh leaves for bottom, so... Gonna be...
Yeah.
a little bit...
Scanning.
Help me out, Garrett. I don't know the word, but...
Tight?
Gaimin is coming. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight.
A little bit tight. Gaimin, they are coming. They're on their way. 3 smoked up. Dead shot fired in.
Yeah,
Smoke
worried.
from Tundra now.
10 seconds to Quinn.
Looking to respawn. TV Illusions move up. The Boar and Illusion scout each other out while the Crystal Maiden is found in the back. Earthshaker and Lifestealer kind of blocked off there, but does get the infest cross onto the Maiden. Blaze Celery, while Gaimin Gladiators from the left-hand side force the BKB out of 3-3. Aeroblade drifts up to the high ground with his own BKB. ECM tries to echo slam the back of Dota2 chasing Quinn down. 3-3 dead on the right-hand side as he's doomed and falls. ECM running, jumping over the trees, escaping with the rest of Tundra. Afraid of this TB metamorphosis as it goes absolutely wild with the physical damage, but we've got a chance to go back in with the infest bomb jumping out, but they bash Quinn. Mid-roll, catching him. Now Doom and Terrorblade kind of left to their own devices here while Lich drags Ace back in towards Dyrachyo and BZM and is kind of TB against the world at this point. The chain disables out of this Earthshaker have been tremendous, but Watson's damage still reigning supreme. Opens up on them. A triple kill, but the turnaround bash with a roll from 3-3. They've got
Thunder's
the ball,
ready.
but the backup has arrived, and Dyrachyo grabs a triple kill.
This buyback, does Tofu get called? I mean, 3-3 waits for so long and then makes a read that at the end of this fight that his buyback will make the difference. That was as correct as it gets, you know. He TPs to bottom outpost and then goes through gates and in a perfect time comes and kills the TB. And now if they can clean the Rosh up, means he gets the Aegis. What a fight from Tundra.
What's the cooldown on Infest? 20
20
seconds?
seconds? Yeah.
Like, he infests Maiden, then he infests another hero, jumps out, jumps in, gets into BZM. Dyrachyo's hopping around like he's on public transport. Gets on the metro, jumps on a bus, gets on a tram. Easy as you like. I was kind of worried for Dyrachyo because Airblade had a Lincoln Sphere. We've talked about this infest with TV. It's good, life needs it. Lincoln's kind of counters that. Dyrachyo says, screw it. Tundra actually ignored the TB for the majority of that fight, right? They killed everybody else and left Watson alone to be the final kill at the end.
It was just he has a lot of defensive mechanism. Manta, BKB, Lincolns, and Sunder, so it's hard to commit on him. Where though dealing with Doom and Earth Spirit is somewhat easier and somewhat more important, you know, because they have like, if you allow them a free range of fight, this constant rolls, boulders, magnetize all the way, like you have to deal with the Squin. And I mean the synergy that Tundra pull out through the fight, you would think there was no roster changes, you know. It was almost perfect.
That's gorgeous stuff. Now we've got the Beastmaster holding Aegis because he did just buy back. So 3-3 with the safety net. Cheese on the Lifestealer. I'm just watching 3-3 here, smoked up with his ninja gear, kind of stepping forward, but he doesn't see anything he likes. And back to what feels like another even game. 43 minutes in, not too much in it, and it has come down to teamfight execution, vision, game reads, initiation, all the beautiful stuff that we love Dota for. So little nitty-gritty details. Like that all started out with Roshan, you were saying 10 seconds after he respawns, he moves down to the bottom right corner, right? So the dance of death around the Roche pit, these smokes kind of circling around the terrain.
I mean, Nerf definitely did kick in. You know, neither of team, especially Gaimin, didn't want to give up this rush. Because we said this multiple times. When you have Doom, like, Aegis is the answer. You only have one, at least so far, before the refresher. Like, it's really important to not let the enemy get this Aegis. And I'm in smoke from Tundra. As they push in mid and top, should be able to find a favorable fight. Aegis refresher. I'm gonna give it to BZM. Eventually he should.
BZM right now. Lifestealer inside of him. Lincoln's on Earthshaker, so not afraid of the Doom. Lifestealer has cheese in backpack.
Is under attack.
Everybody's gonna bail, so no catch this time.
Shadow Demon's getting huge as well, huh? Almost 14,000 net worth, but I'm just looking at Aghanim Scepter. That's the Shadow Demon. And then he'll get level 20 with a talent as well.
Not too much to purge, but just having 2 of those and 2 of the saves, it just can make a world of a difference in these fights. You know, there's so many stuff to purge of your teammates.
Yeah.
Now, Earthshaker will be given this refresher as well. So both refreshers on both BZM and 3-3 on top of Duracho 6 slotted. I think Tundra has finally made it to their big timing, you know. And we'll say so too. As they may go win on Undervision.
He's definitely on division now.
3-3.
3-3. Jumps forward but doesn't find him. Dota2 is always going to be one of those wild games, though. Even if they get there, they get the royal flush on the river, and then all of a sudden the enemy's just like, no, we're not playing poker.
They just spotted this Earth Spirit bottom. They're picking out this guy. This man was just top, and now he's bottom. He has no TP. They're gonna start knocking.
Right. Force a glyph already.
Dire's top tower is under
TP start coming back now from Gaimin Gladiators. Earthshaker's still a bit distant. Muerta's still out on the map. The Roche's banner on the ground here, keeping all these creeps alive with a catapult wave, a boars. It all adds up. This range barracks disappears. There's no glyph here for Gaimin Gladiators, but it looks like for now, at least, Tundra, they're just happy with what they got. Free. Small moves, small decisions, big outcomes.
Yeah, the Rax is nice, but even maybe more importantly, everybody else is. They almost catch Tofu. He was just barely out of vision with the Observer Ward. Like, the Rax is nice, but more importantly, they get all the gaming heroes back in the base, so now they can fix the bottom and the mid wave, and that will allow for another move to happen. And these graphs, you know?
It's a funny graph, huh?
Yeah. Look at the
Roller
orbs on
coaster.
the hill right next to them. It's just a very uncommon position. It's not so easy to deward, and it may a big war
It's gonna be
game.
huge. It's gonna be huge. On to Dracho. He's got his BKB off and a Glimmer Cape. Get a bit of a gap between him and Quinn. 3-3 is in here with a refresh and a Blink Echo from BZM. The double whacks them. Nearly takes down the maiden immediately. The Terrorblade half HP as well, but Tundra haven't done enough. Watson can stand here, sunder back and stay alive. Gaimin Gladiators still lose the 2 heroes though, with Maiden and Earth Spirit fall.
They're not done. They're
Watson?
chasing.
The Morphs is tie through the duration. Gonna go for the TP home now. Tofu dead to Duracho. And Tundra. I thought with this ward and this roll in, Gaimin Glad their number and we're gonna collapse on them, but BZM's response, the turnaround from Saxa to save people, and 3-3 with this refresher raw combo, sickening.
Garrett, I thought that was gonna be a game-winning ward. You know, they're gonna wipe them out of face of Earth and just be next to the base and push. This BKB reaction on Duracho almost nullifies the complete duration of Doom, and then BZM, as you said, the refresher, they just prove to have too much to deal with this gaming lineup. You know, the Queen, which is Earth Spirit, like in the last 20 minutes, almost impactless. You know.
Too many stuns on Tundra, man.
I mean, too many purges. Like, probably the fight starts. Shadow Demon purges 2 of his teammates. Like, you cannot silence them, you cannot magnetize them. Like, what can you do if you're not level 25? Not much. Tundra is trying to either force buybacks, there are none. This Rax here. No Doom, nothing to worry about.
And raging up, hitting buildings. Looks like the illusions switch target across to the melee. Now back to the ranged and a full set of barracks. The reward for Tundra winning that team fight. Off they go, sprinting back to the tier 2, which is still an easy outer tower to claim.
Oh, hex finish the meta. 6-slotted Beastmaster basically with ninja gear.
Fearsome.
It's a combo for success. 2 hexes, 2 roars, double BKB.
And BZM with a double damage rune. Echo Slam ready. If Gaimin Gladiators walk up this, they're not going to walk up this high ground. Let's not start. Let's not start with this.
Now Quinn, finally level 25. I don't think he was in the last fight, so Undispellable Magnetize will be there. I think that can turn the tide. Like this late game Earthquake has 12 stones and Undispellable Magnetize. It guarantees it.
They scan. They know. I think they just read the room. Tundra, I don't know who did that scan. We just know it was the Radiant scan.
Look at the mid and bottom wave. They're just pushing out. Nobody's showing. Gonna be a big right here.
They've flipped. They've inverted this mid lane now. Gaimin Gladiators are behind them and could maybe take this Ancient's high ground.
It feels like Tundra almost has a map hack, and they make this read.
They've got to know. BZM, he sees Quinn. Fisher connects on 2, holding them back. The jump. They're going to try and get a catch. It was 3-3 making a move onto Watson, forcing an early Metamorphosis and BKB. Doom comes flying through, throws the ulti onto this Lifestealer who considers fighting back into Quinn. But now, though, just going to keep eyes on BZM as he goes straight back, zones Watson with an Echo Slam. Ratchet's still alive, doomed up and fighting strong, tapping back into Ace. There's a lot of zone control here, though. With the calling and the freezing field down, Ratchet's dead and 3-3 collapses outside his dire base.
At the end of the day, the Doom was just enough to kill the Ratchet, and without him dead, you don't have much damage. There was no refresher shard for the BZM this time around, so Hebe and Queen Undispellable Magnetized was enough. So much damage, 7,000 damage in this fight, basically killing everybody. I think that's what ended up the life of the Ratchet too.
At one point, it felt like Durachi was able to stand and fight back, but stand over time, it all adds up. Come back from Gaimin Gladiators. That felt like the moment where Tundra were going to secure it.
Kind of didn't commit on any heroes that didn't need. They were like a perfect Doom and a Magnetize just seal the deal. Kinda need refresher on both Earthshaker and Lifestealer to like live through these extended fights.
Bottom tower is under attack.
They get to it again. Rush spawns. 50 seconds on Beastmaster. Has a buyback, but I really don't see them contesting this rush.
That's a long respawn time on the Beast now. Dead for a long time. Gaimin Gladiators straight in the pit.
Now, Timeless Relic on Doom, and Doom applied mute, so even if you get this refresher on Lifestealer, you're not gonna get the BKB off during the Doom. You can get one before you get Doom. Maybe we are already at the point that if you don't start the fight on the Doom, you're in trouble.
I'm really struggling now. You know, 50 minutes in, teams of this high caliber, and looking at, you know, the itemization, the plans they've got to think of getting into these team fights, multiple Lincolns on Gaimin Gladiators, where I think all 3 of their cores have Lincolns now against the Roars, against the Shadow Demon spells. And then on this Radiant side, you were talking about Refresher. You know, BZM, he's got it now, so we've got to start looking for these double Echo Slams again. Daedalus and Duracho, the RNG could hit, get some big crits going. All sorts of little things.
Duracho with the Daedalus, soon Butterfly, and the Infest Bomb on the BZM is gonna be name of the game for Tundra. Like, they need to get the initiation starting with the chain lockdown. That's the key. Like that like burst one of these big cores like Doom or Terrible. Like, Quinn has the Aegis, so for the next 4 minutes he will probably not be the target. If you can get the Ace, That's the doors to heaven. That's the doors to season 25 Dream League. So far, Tundra's gonna be content with, you know, waiting out these ages. Nothing to rush. After it's gone, opens up another target, finish up the butterfly. But then on the other hand, I feel like he will try to make a move.
BZM right now is on the vision.
board.
Flies over to the creep wave, but Quinn rolling forward, dodged by BZM, who blinks across him now with the sophisticated in-cross combo. They pop the Aegis. Immediate traction. Tundra trying to get away as quickly as they can, but they'll lose the Lich. After a minute and a half.
Only 4 heroes around, and on top of vision that they get lucky with this exchange, you know.
And then, yeah, no prizes for guessing where 3-3 is. Farming and pushing. Opening the map.
There is so many more. I said like 5 minutes ago he's like 6 slaughter, but that was an understatement. You know, you can upgrade the blink daggers, switch off the treads, upgrade the agonims to like a blessing.
Got room to grow.
Yeah, there's so much room.
And then there's Earthshaker thinking about the upgraded Ags into Eon Disc. Shadow Demon still trying to finish off that Ether Lens. Gets it now. And needs like 70 gold for buyback. That's something we've absolutely got to keep tabs on now as well, right? Closing on minute 60. Buyback status, especially if we approach team fights. Vitally important. Gaimin Gladiators. Rolling up top. Trying to find this Beastmaster who's been lurking and pushing. Big line and circle drawn by Watson saying, hey, you know, we've been dragged up to this top lane. My illusions can push it. We, our heroes, the real honorable heroes, can go and play down bottom.
Oh, Gem of Crucides really biting Tundra back, and wouldn't the Cruise can be spotted on this
Pressure.
region? Can they get jump?
Doom. Rolled upon. He's invisible. Hidden in the Glimmer Cave. Now we've got the Raw first time. Chain Frost straight into the Lincoln Sphere. Very awkward back and forth on the high ground doorstep of Tundra. They'll be thankful they don't lose anyone, and now they know that Doom is down for 100 seconds.
These wards, they need a new gem, but again, they get lucky to just get a spot free all from there. Like, no casualties. As you say, Doom is on cooldown. Everything's ready. Gem is on ledge now, but they're just way too sneaky, and they have a smoke and they make a go of their own. This is the timing. No Doom means you can jump basically anyone. You'll guarantee a good fight.
Garacho reconsidering stuff here.
Yeah.
So he's bought a helm to disassemble Radiance into Nullifier, and then he's buying Lincoln Sphere as well. He's had enough of being doomed.
He sees Doom doesn't have the Aghanim Scepter so far. So if he can get this one fight where he has a surprise Lincoln Sphere and dodges out on the Doom, it would mean all of it, you know. They're gonna find and smoke.
All the marbles.
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, Tundra are the ones a victory away from qualifying for Dream League Season 25. This game is meant to be Gaimin Gladiators' comeback match in this series. But Tundra stepping forward up into the top lane to push it with Lifestealer and Beastmaster, setting the stage of this map where, one more time, Gaimin Gladiators are on the back foot and kind of defending their base. Not where they want to be as a Terrorblade team, who is much more adept at pushing, cutting waves, and doing exactly this thing against his opponents.
Looking for opening top.
Smoke will expire. Tundra don't get the jump. Do they re-smoke? They do. Another one.
Really good vision on this mid wave. For sure, they will not hesitate to pull the trigger, but they don't want to go too deep.
Both teams are just so good at clearing waves with no commitment. TB Illusions go, Earthshaker Fishers. The disruption to create illusions back the other way. And deja vu, right? Tundra on the dire side of the map here, in the mid lane, pushing into top with a lane arriving at this dire base, while Gaimin Gladiators are elsewhere.
Shadow pushing. Another thing that Eternal Envy invented, please the term for it, where you can push the waves without throwing. Very important this late in the game.
Jump, roll, they pop the Lincolns, but he got his BKB off. Now 3-3, Rod of Atos catches him, forced the BKB himself, while the Magnetize rolled in from Quinn, refreshes up and goes in. Doom has made the jump. Tiny Gold and Ace trying to get a kill on someone and will slam his sword down on the back of the Shadow Demon's head, while Quinn almost catching up to the retreating line of Tundra's army.
Finally they made a jump, but at the tier 4s, it proves to be a little bit too deep, you know? There's not enough damage, especially if Quinn presses this BKB on time, but
This
the vision.
God, this could be huge with the Blink Echo Slam. Control, did they have the damage to finish him
Another
off?
one.
Watson is low, he's dead. They get the massive kill, the potential buyback out of this Terror Blade.
Misses the
Gaimin
Doom.
Gladiators fighting back here onto 3-3 with the freezing field. Ace's Doom running forward, but they've not managed to take the Beastmaster down just yet. Gaimin Gladiators switching gear, trying to run
Where's
back
the Ratio?
now, guarding their retreat. BZM moving forward with his BKB as 3-3 catching up to the rest on the right-hand side. It's the Muerta being munched on by Duracio's Lifestealer. And now it all falls apart for Gaimin Gladiators. 3 heroes dead in a row. 3 with buyback, though. But you're looking at Tundra approaching the dire base, and they'll be forcing multiple buybacks here.
I don't know who linked into Durachi during the fight, but that was amazing. And pressure on Doom.
And straight back in for Ace. Duraccio sent packing. 3-3 trying to figure out where he's going. Blink Echo for DZM, though, catches Quinn and Ace on the retreat. Duraccio's glimmered up. Saved for now, thanks to Whitemon. Throws the Chain Frost in. Does bounce to the Spire, but it's Quinn. Bashed up, controlled by Duraccio, taken down.
Dead.
Tanks has arrived as well. Quinn is dead for 90, has buyback available. Watson has brought back to return in. Duraccio's picking up kill after kill, though, a double for him. Ace running southeast, trying to get a bit of distance away from Saxa, but the poisons are stacking up. And Tofu can't offer you that much protection. Where Sinister Gaze back on Ace's Doom takes him out for 100 seconds. Now Watson's got to be careful. TV brought back, hell, Gaimin Gladiators all brought back. And Duraccio with BZM, they are jumping forward, looking for kill after kill in the back lines, but it looks like for now Gaimin Gladiators are safe.
Ooh, I mean, you get the Doom refresher onto this Lifestealer, but without any follow-up, it's just not enough. With SMY, he's fast enough to go away, then pops the BKB. Just seems to be a little bit too much to deal with. He just has so much to rely on his supports to save him. Now minute 62 hits. I mean, we didn't even hype it up. Double force boost. You know, mirror shield on TB. Force boots are gonna be so good. This is this lineup of Gaimin. Allow you to fight so beautifully. And
The jump straight in for BZM. Muerta, double Echo Slap. All right,
That's
2
a
minutes,
dieback.
no Muerta. Numbers advantage, Tundra. Doom buys back. There's no Maiden. There's no Muerta. Tundra basically carte blanche now to do what they want. A blank check.
3-3's up. Ninja gear ready. Refresher in 5 seconds. This is gonna be a jump of the game. He's coming.
I mean, usually I'm so hyped for tier 5 items, but this game has been so back and forth, fight after fight. Duraccio rolled on, but 3-3's in the back, looking at this Doombringer. Roar after roar, and there's the damage to bring him down. Watson standing tall. Duraccio thinks about facing off against him, but Quinn is an easier target for them. He'll munch on this turn. Another tip from Duraccio, and a big Frost Assassin backstab. GG call, Tundra. Take your second slot to DreamLeague Season 25, dispatching with Gaimin Gladiators. And not just a grudge match for Duraccio, a grudge series, where he gets a 2-0 victory over his former teammate.